Hey everybody, I've been playing Robinson Crusoe lately, and while there's not any real problem putting things back in the box, I'm not a real fan of plastic bags. They work well, but they're just not aesthetically pleasing to me, so I created my own tuck boxes and component trays. And so here's what the box looks like when you take out the board, the rules, and the scenario cards. Now I do keep the larger tokens in a bag, and mainly that's so that instead of having to pull out the discovery tokens, I can just leave them in there and draw them out of the bag without looking to find the random discovery token when playing the game. The island tiles and character tiles I just place on top. And the dice I just place where there's space available. I've created tuck boxes for the cards, and I've got these component trays. That's a real big thing for me because without them, there's tokens everywhere. And this little token tray right here actually sits inside, so there's 2 levels to the tokens because they don't stack very high because there's so many different kinds. So I don't actually have dimensions for this tray. I just did it custom, step by step. And all I did was measure the distance here so that from left to right and top to bottom so that I get half of this box area. Now be careful, these edges are slanted, so I actually measured from the inside. Then I created the outer box, and once I did that, I took a particular component or whatever, and I would stack it up and see what I thought the size would be, and taking into account that I probably wanted to be able to put my finger in there to pull things out. And I went one component at a time, trying to also think about keeping things fairly regular. One thing that I had learned with other games is if I have round tokens, very often it's a good idea to actually not completely cover the space, so that way you can stick your finger in there and lift things up one at a time, and so you can see I've done that here. But a better view of that is this interior section on the first level of the token holder, and you notice that we have these T kind of shapes, and what that means is, see, notice how the circle cannot come out because I make each wall just as wide as that token will fit, and then any overlap here will prevent the token from moving out. Now with the size of this box, I didn't quite have enough for a individual compartment for every token type, but I can fit them right here in the middle. So notice that even the smallest tokens won't actually go completely into the other area, so they stay in the middle. And so that's what it looks like. These can slide over here, but there's only a few types, so it's very easy to separate them out. One other thing to note is that I typically play solo. I didn't quite have enough space in order to get all of the wound cubes or health cubes into this little section over here. Since I play solo, I just put 2 there, and the rest of them I just put over here. As I said, I don't have a plan for this whole thing, but this is 18 by 13 centimeters on the outer edges. These I measured very carefully for the components, so they're all slightly different. They're about 2.7 from inside edge to inside edge. This one's a little bit larger, about 3 centimeters. And these tokens are about 2.2 centimeters. The last thing to show is the tuck boxes I made for the different cards. I actually created a video today. I have an older video that is pretty long, about 18 minutes, but I created another video that should be very short to show how you can quickly create these tuck boxes. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe it'll give you some ideas about how you can get your board games to the table more quickly and enjoy playing.